He said that he hadn't seen anyone from the avocado farm in a year. If that's the case, then why is he selling this?
Netflix has already promised that the sixth season is going to be Lucifer's last, so what does the future look like for its lead star Tom Ellis? Does he have any future in DC? Is there any crossover, spin-off, or any possibility of season 7 at all? That's what we're talking about in this video. Lucifer is one of the few TV shows which has managed to defy the odds. Originally a creation of network TV, it debuted on Fox as part of the many comic book characters that have crossed over to TV with the likes of Gotham and Supergirl. However, during the third season, viewership started to decline and Fox decided to just be off with the show's head, so to say. Fans of the show couldn't accept the fact that their favorite was getting dropped, so they launched one of the most convincing campaigns to save the show. Word got to Netflix and the streaming giant quickly came to the show's rescue and revived it. Throughout its tenure on Netflix, Lucifer defied the odds again and even managed to reach 6 seasons, although it was originally only planned to last until the 5th season. Will there be season 7 of Lucifer, or is the 6th season the end of everything? Unfortunately, as of now, it is with finality that season 6 is the show's last. The show won't be returning for another season. Of course, there are persistent rumors of season 7 happening, but until there is no confirmation, that's all we're gonna go with. Rumors. Since there is no news of the show's return, there is no trailer. If the show's revived at any point, we'll be the first to let you know. As of now, fans can watch the entire 6 seasons on Netflix. Why was the show canceled after 6 seasons? Warning for those who have not finished the whole series yet, there are going to be spoilers here. The 6th season only had 10 episodes and it included multiple callbacks to the show's beginning and included a few gimmicks such as the musical episodes, as well as the black and white film noir. It was resolved in season 6 whether Lucifer was going to be God, and there's also the emotional conclusion to the devil's romance with human Chloe Decker. But why was the show canceled by Netflix? Joe Henderson, the show's co-runner, was interviewed by Entertainment Weekly, and he mentioned that they were asked to write for just one more season. They were happy to do so because it was going to be the show's last story. Ildry Modrovich, the co-showrunner, further said that continuing beyond 6 seasons would be detrimental to what they have created across the previous 6 seasons. Unlike other channels and streaming giants, Netflix is extremely secretive when it comes to publishing its data. Although we don't have the complete date, Lucifer was able to sneak its way up to the platform's top 10. According to Netflix, 38 million households tuned in to catch part 1 of season 5. Seems there's still a huge appetite for the show. However, it is important to take note that the Netflix model doesn't work like the traditional broadcasters. For the streaming giant, it's all about attracting new subscribers while retaining existing old ones. Getting new customers to sign up for streaming services is less likely to happen if you're showing a returning show instead of an entirely new one. With each season of a show, production costs tend to increase too. So apart from the show running its course, a few other reasons why Netflix decided to call it quits on the show are finances and ratings. But it isn't the end of the world yet. There's always a chance of the show getting rebooted, getting a spin-off, or the show cast showing up somewhere. In today's entertainment world, everything is possible. We expect the trend to continue, but for now, we have to bid adieu to Lucifer and his earthly friends. So what's next for Tom Ellis after the show wrapped up? Does he have any future projects involving his eye candy that we can look forward to? How about the other cast members? After a journey of 6 years, that's nothing short of miraculous. What's next for the cast? After the official announcement, Tom Ellis, as well as the other stars of the show, shared heartfelt messages for their fans on Instagram. Some of them are moving on to new projects, while others are still waiting for new work. Tom Welling, once known to have played one of TV's Superman, played the role of Pierce Kane in the 3rd season. He was the new police lieutenant who started dating Chloe but soon wanted to kill her, as well as Lucifer. After the show's ending, it remained unclear where he's headed next. The last show he was on was Professionals, which had 10 episodes on its 1st season. Rachel Harris, who was introduced to fans as Dr. Linda Martin, Lucifer's partner and psychiatrist. She quickly became a close friend who accepted his real identity but soon fell in love with Armand Diel. Her last project was in 2020 for a television special about a group of women trying to fight COVID-19. As of the moment, she has no future projects yet. One of the most joyful characters in the series was played by Amy Garcia. She She portrayed Ella Lopez, a forensic scientist. While she was still in the show, she was always taking part in a few movies, including the animated reboot of The Addams Family and El Chicano. David Alejandro is someone who fans have come to love dearly after he played the character of Daniel Espinosa. He wasn't fond of Lucifer and Chloe, and he once took part in a corrupt enterprise with another officer. Aside from working on Lucifer, he also took part in a movie titled The Lost Husband. He's set to be a part in a movie called For Every Good Invention as Greg. He's also started his very own production company named Alejandro Films. We can't wait to see what he comes up with in the future. Leslie Ann Brandt was another popular cast member, and she wowed fans with her portrayal of Mazikeen, the demon of hell. As the show progressed, she revealed her loneliness and vulnerabilities. She showed everyone that she can either be good or a bad friend. She shared a long and heartfelt letter to fans on her Instagram account after the show was confirmed to be canceled. Right now, there's no news yet of her future film or movie projects, so we can only hope that we'll see her sooner rather than later. Of course, we can't forget to mention Lucifer's leading lady, Lauren German. Detective Chloe Decker was the love interest of Lucifer Morningstar. At first, she thinks that he's a playboy, but as the show goes on, she drops her guard and ends up with feelings for him. For the last few years, German didn't have any other roles, whether in TV or movies. Like other cast members, there's no news yet if we'll see her grace our TVs or cinemas in the near future. Lastly, we have Lucifer himself, Tom Ellis. What's he up to? Fans will be happy to know that they don't need to wait too long to see their favorite fallen angel again. The Lord of Hell will be featured in a romance comedy film for Netflix, Players. He'll star with Damon Wayans Jr. and Gina Rodriguez in the movie. We understand why a lot of people are obsessed with the show. It has everything you could ever want. Witty banter, enjoyable fight scenes, eye candy, and family drama that anyone can relate to. If you're planning to spend your day binge watching it, we'd like to let you know in some interesting facts. Lucifer has crossed over before. If you think you might have seen Lucifer Morningstar elsewhere, you're correct. In a crossover episode of the 4th season, Tom Ellis appeared as his popular character in The Flash's season 6. The episode featured infinite Earths, and Lucifer just happens to inhabit Earth 666. Yes, the number is not a coincidence. There's a chance that Ellis could return as Lucifer in another Arrowverse crossover, even if his show is no longer in the air. Can't wait to see Ellis's character again. We guess it's time to bid goodbye to another character that was based on a comic book who was originally supposed to have an American accent. Oh, you didn't know? The Handsome Devil was based on the Sandman comic series by Neil Gaiman. However, the show is not an adaptation of the comics. The character was inspired by the book, and Neil Gaiman even sent a copy of the book to Tom Ellis so he could read it. Originally supposed to have an American accent, the makers thought Ellis's British accent would make anything he's saying sound fascinating, so they decided to stick with it. And we say that was a good decision. A British accent just makes everything better, as if Lucifer could get away with anything. That's all we have for you folks. Lucifer might be ending, but there are still plenty of other shows to watch out for. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you around soon.